Today we are out here in Southern California on some of my favorite twisty roads, and we have with us the C6 Z06. Not just any C6, this is my personal ride, and I think that this is the best sports car you can currently buy for around $40,000. I'm gonna go over all the reasons why I think that's a fact, so let's hit the road. So as we get started on one of my favorite twisty roads here in San Diego County, I gotta mention the first thing that just really caught my eye, and I guess my ears. This LS7 engine, it's 7 liters, it's got 505 horsepower and makes 470 foot-pounds of torque from the factory. And since it's naturally aspirated, you don't have to wait for a turbo to spool up. It's got no lag, just instant power. And it's really got that in any gear that you're in, pretty much throughout the whole range. The frame on this vehicle is a hydroformed aluminum design, which saves a bunch of weight over the regular base model C6s. Now this car specifically has the brakes, so the carbon ceramic brakes off of the ZR1 from the C6 generation. Also has the wheels off of the ZR1, which are forged aluminum wheels, and they're a little bigger than what come on the Z06. So they're 20-inch in the rear and 19-inch in the front. And it also has an Akrapovic exhaust, which is their catback with titanium tip model. And that really just gives it this great sound. One of the fun facts about the C6 Z06 is that the GT1 and GT2 race car variants, they went to 24-hour Le Mans and they won their class 4 times. So how cool is that, that you can go out in America here and you can find a C6 Z06 and brag to your friends that the race car variant won the 24-hour Le Mans 4 different times. I just think that's so cool. It makes it so special. Now let's go over some of the things that make the 2009 a little bit different from the earlier models of the C6 Z06. So for 2009, they put a variable steering ratio in here. And they did that to make it a little easier and more manageable around town city driving, but yet still have the stability when you're out on the track and doing performance driving. So that's a unique feature. You also get Z06 written on the door panels here, which just adds that little bit of nice look to the car. One of the main upgrades is going to be that you get a larger dry sump oil system. So the capacity has been increased for 2009 from 8 quarts to 10.5 quarts. So they've increased that system for 2009 and up, which really is going to benefit you most on performance driving and your track days. All right, so now I'm going to stop blabbing. You guys are probably here because you want to see how this thing drives and how it handles in these turns. does handle so well. And a lot of that is because of the weight on this car. For how much power this car has, this thing only weighs 3,180 pounds, roughly. That is super light compared to a lot of other cars of the time, and especially cars that have come out now. Modern day sports cars are not around 3,200 pounds anymore like this one is. And when you open it up, it just makes it so fun and flickable. You can really feel how lightweight it is once you get it into these turns and you start pushing it. You know, I got to admit too, I was not the hugest Corvette fan for so many years until I really started looking at the track times that these things put down and just going on forums and seeing how they do handle so well, and they're made to be a sports car. I don't think you can beat this car for around the $40,000 mark. So as of filming this, it's September 2025, and I've seen C6 Z06 prices on the used market vary anywhere from $30,000 on the low end with high mileage, all the way up to $60,000 if you're talking about a spec that's super desirable, you know, one of the more limited editions, like the Carbon edition, especially if you are looking only at examples that have low mileage. But you can definitely still find a really well cared for example for around $40,000. It's probably gonna have anywhere from 25 to 40,000 miles on it. The body panels, the paint, everything's gonna be pretty pristine when you're talking about a car that, you know, is 16 years old, 15 years old. The C6 generation of Z06 started in 2006. And I found that you do find a lot more on the used market that are around that 2006 to 2008 year range. And like I mentioned earlier, you do get some nice benefits of a 2009 and later model, like that variable steering ratio, the larger dry sump oil capacity system. You know, you get the Z06 written on the door panels right there, which I've seen make the 2009 to 2013 model Z06s go for a little more on the used market, more in that $45,000 to $52,000 range with under 30,000 miles. But if miles aren't really an issue for you and you just want to get something that you can tinker on and really maintain and keep up with the maintenance on, I mean, these engines, as long as you fix the heads on them and then just do your normal maintenance, they're known to last a long time. You can go online and see guys that have had these well over 150,000 miles and are still rocking them at track days and performance driving, and they're doing just fine. But having said all of that, I would say be prepared to spend around $40,000 to get something that's well taken care of and something that you're just going to really love to drive for a long time. I just do not think that there is another car in this price range that is going to offer this performance for $40,000. And I think this is a car that everybody should be looking at if they're looking for their next performance, track day, just fun weekend car. You could daily drive this car, no problem. Don't listen to people that say you can't. It has tons of trunk space. So if you guys have the chance to drive one of these, go out on an open road somewhere, have some fun. I don't think you guys are gonna regret it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.